Right, good morning everyone. I'm going to tell you a little story as I'm drinking my coffee about yesterday. If you've got any housework or anything to do, I recommend doing it now while you're listening to this, because there's no video, no visuals of the diving, just me talking. Anyway, let's get to it. Yesterday was good. Challenging conditions. We weren't going to go out. The Coast Guard wasn't going to allow any boats out. So we headed out a little bit later, and the swell dropped a little bit, and we had like a 3-mile radius we could go out. Our captain's a bit of a legend, so it wouldn't faze him. He knows what he's doing, so we were in good hands. So there's only a few divers. There was 3 or 4 divers on the boat. When we got out to one of the fads, one of the buoys, there's a big anchor chain. So we do a few dives on the anchor chain. The visibility was bad because of the swell, because of the chop, and one of the guys, Nick, he managed to get a good shot in on a kingfish around 8 kg. Put that on the boat. So we do a few more dives, good spirits, we know there's fish about. So I swim down the anchor chain, I go down to about 15 meters and I start to free fall down to 25. I was slightly overweighted for these kind of depths, and as I look back at the anchor chain, because the tide flushed me away from the anchor chain, I look back, there was an amazing sight of the bait fish flying up the chain, and I could see glints of bigger fish, bigger things, chasing them, herding them around. Amazing to see. So I shot back up to the surface. Because of the sea swell, I started to be sick. So I'm there holding on to the fad. There's like a little ladder on the edge of the fad. Because the sea swell was so big, my fins were almost out of the water from me hanging on, and then go under, and then hanging on. So it was a big sea swell. Continued to be sick, so I think I chummed the water up, and because of the bad visibility, I'd done a few more dives, and I shot a big-eyed trevally. There was a shoal of them that flew by, so I've got one of them. I decided to string this off the fad rather than on me because of the bad viz and the sharks, obviously. Nick then shoots a trevally. So as he shot this trevally, he strung it on his belt, so he's leaving a blood trail. So in bad viz, there's big bull sharks, there's makos, you know, 2 of the scarier sharks in these waters that get caught regularly. So anyway, Nick's down there at like 15-20 meters, looks over his shoulder, there's a 20 to 25 kg kingfish. They call them, they're Spanish mackerel, but they call them kingfish here. So this thing is literally a metre away from him, and it's eyeing up the fish on his belt. So he turns around, bang, and he takes the shot. This fish took off so quickly that it fused the plastic and the reel, so it wouldn't pay out any more line. So as this happens, there's no give. Nick doesn't want to give up his gun. The dynamo snapped. So he shot up to the surface. As he's up at the surface, I'm chumming the water a little bit more, and he tells a story about the kingfish. So the moral of this story, if you've got the bollocks to string a fish to your belt in bad viz, in rough seas, it might bring in the fish. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the little story time. I'm not very good in front of the camera, but I just wanted to tell you this story because it's playing on Nick's mind as well. And I want to thank Robert for coming out with us. He'll be spearing out of Panama soon, so you'll see some good stuff from him. And I want to thank Majid and the captain for a great day out yesterday. I'll catch you soon, guys. Bye bye.